Evening in just a second, but Afridi's already going to get us underway. Bowling to Lythe, who's had a little fish outside the off stump. It goes through to the keeper, and we're underway. Grace, very discs down below us at this, the Radcliffe Road end. Bowls, and Adam Lythe punches it to Matthew Montgomery at backward ball of this opening over. Two left-handers there, and again a lovely delivery, just nips away from Malan through to wicket slip. Matt Carter alongside him at second. Afridi bowls, this is punched into the offside, and from a Yorkshire perspective that's a little away and then lifts it over the offside. There's no protection there. Colin Montgomery will have to go and fetch it, but in again bowls, and a little push and run from Malan. We're through 2 overs, Yorkshire 9 without loss. Here's Grace Ballinger. Palpable. Here's Shaheen Afridi. He's going to be bowling to Malan, who's on 6. Worked towards mid-wicket. Alex Hales does the Afridi to bolt him out the back of the hand, and LBW shout here. The umpire has a good old look at that. Our officials this evening, he said not out by the way, are I think it's Tom Lungley, looks like Tom Lungley, yeah, at this end, and Steve O'Shaughnessy. As the atmosphere builds, this one's worked away behind square, and again Yorkshire have picked out the fielder. Blue combination. Afridi to conclude this over, and this one's lifted away, but it will only fly down format. Quite a long way in the air, but short. His first one is pulled away. That's not a moment he'll remember. His first delivery for Notts Outlaws, just pulled away by Malan for a boundary. That was didn't pick up on that, as this one's driven crisply through the offside. Munro won't get there. Lovely shot from Malan. Moves on to 19-24 without loss, and so I arrived at the ground here today. Just and they lost to the Birmingham Bears. Lythe comes down the track. He's hit it out towards Munro, but 7 or 8 yards to Munro's left and over the rope for 6, which Colin Munro signals, indicates to the umpire.
And he's in now to bowl to Malan, who's pulled him away for 6. Now behind. Here's Brooks again. And Lythe has skied this. That's gone miles up in the air, and Carter's waiting underneath it, and barely had to move and takes the catch, and Notts have their first wicket. Lythe wanting to get on with it, wanting to try and take on Brooks, and from Jack Brooks, and he has a swing and a miss, and it goes through to white seats. Brooks is in again, and Luxton's got this one high. There's another steepling catch to take, and Luxton is gone. Running round from mid-wicket, Colin Munro takes the catch. This is another one, just like Carter's a few balls ago, that went miles in the air. And this time Munro had to make up a little bit more.
And yeah, it's very doing well there.
Here's Samit Patel then. It's a dot ball arm over the wicket, and Samit, and this time Masood is down the pitch a couple of paces, hammers Samit down the ground towards the pavilion, and a couple of bounces away for turning the screws, but they've been on really since the opening overs. This though is hoyed over the top by Masood for 6. Closest fielder to it.
Good player, Masood. He's quite an orthodox player.
To Malan, oh that's big, that's huge. That is over mid-wicket and away into the Fox Road stand for 6. 39. Mulaney in over the wicket. Malan plays this bit uppishly, but it's pretty safe. It's well wide of Lyndon James.
Then Matt Carter bowls to the left-handed Masood, who forces this one through deepish mid-wicket for 4. It was, I'm sure, log on and get all the relevant information and attend one of his forthcoming charity event. Up until then he'd gone around the park. Montgomery bowls, and this one has gone out of the park. Big blow by Shan Masood. Away on the leg side, the ball clatters one bounce into the railing from this one. Is it into the leg side, and should be absolutely meat and drink for Lyndon James, and a wicket, an important wicket for Notts there. Of these blast matches for Notts, as I say, that's his second wicket, and he could have had a third there, and has been sliced by Visa off the outside edge. A brilliant stop. Here's Patel into Visa, and he's hit it in the same direction to Carter, and this time misses it. Well, the good and the bad of Matthew Carter summed up there within about 25 seconds. An absolute left in the innings as Patel bowls again, driven down the ground high. Should be an opportunity, and that's been gobbled up. And Samit Patel has got his 200th T20 blast wicket for Notts Outlaws. Many congratulations to Samit Patel. Danny Briggs is the only other player to reach that landmark. He's still going. Samit's only 10 wickets behind. 3 overs, none for 20. He's also on a milestone, but he won't get it from this delivery, which is short and wide and cut away again for 4. Nice looking shot, and that brings Malan on to 50. That's really good innings for Dawid Malan. His first half century of this year's competition. Malan is on 53. Looks to unload. Now then, has he got hold of this? Hale's right on the boundary. Can't pour it back, and it's gone for 6. You can see what Alex Hales was, initially he was obviously looking to try and take the catch, and then he realised it was going to be one of those that was just going to be impossible to catch.
Patel's last ball, and it is played in that direction. He's bisected the fielders. It's a really good shot in between mid-wicket and long on, and neither can get to it. Lyndon James
now, so a needed boundary, and you just sense those
2 balls so far, and this is dropped in short, and it's steered up in the air and to safety. I'm not entirely sure Revis got what he meant from that. He sort of played the bat out at shoulder height. Shaheen's very impressed with that. Here he comes again, and this is on the stumps, but it's punched away down the ground, and 1 bounce. 35 for 4. Here's Shaheen again, and this is played out, just going to go behind square on the offside eventually. There's a diving stop right on the rope by Lyndon James, who had to stretch out every inch of his tall frame to get to it. Gets up, runs round the bound so far. There's Afridi in, and this is a scoop. And was there any touch? No, there wasn't. Tom Moores, I thought for a second, Tom Moores, who took the catch behind Brooks into Malan, who's on 72, and he's got an edge on this. It's gone miles in the air, and it's going to run away from the 2 chasing fielders for 4. Comes Brooks again to Malan, and this is banged straight back over the bowler's head for a 1 bounce 4 into the pavilion. Stance here, well outside the Malan, but he's hoyed this miles in the air. Alex Hales running underneath it, takes the catch. Revis is gone. Brooks gets his 3rd wicket. Celebrate. He comes in from the Radcliffe Road end, and that's gone pulled high in the sky. And again, there's a man underneath it for Knox, and again the catch is taken. And it is Matt Carter who gets another catch for Knox. It's 4 for 6. Here's Afridi once again, and this is turned away off his hips, just maybe straying slightly down the leg side. Afridi unhappy. See how he comes back. This is on the stumps, and it's almost toe-ended away through the covers for 4 more for Ben Mike. And Afridi, Mike on 82. Afridi bowls. This is driven straight back, and it kind of hits the bowler. He almost thought about a low catch and couldn't quite get down to it. Mike has been hitting it hard, and Malan certainly has. And Mike again digs this one out just outside the off stump, and it chips over the top of Maloney at point and goes good runs. Here's Brooks again. And this again is outside the off stump, but this is aerial this time, and Montgomery goes and takes to that side. It's falling just short of Lyndon James. It bounces into Lyndon James, hits him on the chest. And here's Brooks again. Malan has pulled this one away towards Clark, but I think it's got the distance. Yes, it's over Clark, and it's over the rope. It's 6. Into Malan, it's up in the block hole, it's dug out by Malan. They'll run through for 1. In comes Montgomery as they go through for 2. He's thrown it in towards Tom Moores, but Malan has got